everybody. Today we are going to look at the second part of cell division, which is meiosis. And we are going to take a look at exactly how do chromosomes divide during the meiosis cell division. You all know that meiosis, the purpose behind meiosis is to produce gametes. Gametes or sex cells, which is sperms or eggs, and basically you produce haploid daughter cells. Okay, essentially what it says is that during meiosis you actually halve the number of chromosomes, okay, or half the amount of genetic material that's present in the parental cells. Okay. So the purpose of meiosis is to produce gametes or sex cells, and what you're doing there is you're making haploid daughter cells. You're halving the number of total chromosomes. Now we will see exactly how this is done, or the events that happen during meiosis. Okay. So if you remember, for your mitosis we had taken a simple cell that actually just has 2 chromosomes. Similar cell we are going to take. We are going to take a cell which is your parental cell, parent, and in that parent you have just one pair of chromosome. Okay, one chromosome which basically has 2 sister chromatids. Now this parental cell, even it becomes ready, or this is really the prophase of the parental stage of the parental cell, prophase 1, okay. Even before it enters here, this cell is present in an interphase. The interphase parental cell only has one single chromatid. Okay, so essentially this is what it has, only one chromatid. The chromatid gets replicated during the synthesis phase of the interphase, and now the cell enters into prophase where it has both the chromatid arms, okay, and now this is going to be the meiosis 1 of the meiosis stage, okay. So just to take you back, meiosis has 2 stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, and meiosis also has the same events just like mitosis. The events of the cell division are PMAT, which is basically prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So you're going to have prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1, which will basically comprise meiosis 1. And in meiosis 2, you are going to have prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. Okay, so we are now taking a look at the prophase 1 of the meiosis 1. Okay, now at prophase, basically what happens, the prophase 1 is the most critical stage in case of meiosis. Okay, we will first see just what is happening, and then in the next slide we are going to take a look at the events that occur during prophase 1. Okay, so you have your prophase. From prophase 1 you are going to go into metaphase 1. Now what happens in metaphase 1? In metaphase 1, the cells, the chromosomes inside the cell arrange in the equatorial plate. Okay, now this is the way it is going to get arranged on the equatorial plate. The arrangement of chromosome in the metaphase 1 is slightly different from what you saw in the metaphase of the mitosis. Okay, here the 2 chromosomes, the 2 homologous chromosomes are lying next to each other. Okay, in case of metaphase of mitosis, the two chromosomes lie on top of each other, not really next to each other. Now, from metaphase 1, when you go to anaphase, anaphase 1, these two chromosomes are going to get separated. Now what happens at anaphase 1 is basically you are going to separate the two homologous chromosomes. Oops. Okay, in anaphase 1, the homologous chromosomes get separated. Whereas in anaphase of mitosis, you actually saw that the sister chromatids were getting separated. Okay, so in anaphase 1, you are getting homologous chromosome separation. Then comes telophase following the cytokinases. Okay, I'm just going to club the two things together. Okay, and what happens here is essentially you are going to get two daughter cells with one having the green chromosome and the other having the red chromosome. And when the cytokinesis completes, essentially you are going to have two independent daughter cells. Now what happened at the end of your meiosis 1 is essentially you produce two daughter cells, but each daughter cell, if you were to take a look at the beginning, compare it with the parent cell, each daughter cell only has the half number of chromosomes. To start with, in the parent, you had two chromosomes. But when you are ending your meiosis 1, this is entire thing is basically meiosis 1. Okay, what you are having is you are producing two daughters or two daughter cells with half chromosome number. Okay, and that is what has happened. Now from here, the meiosis is still not complete. Now it is going to go into the second phase of division. Okay, now these daughter cells individually enter into meiosis 2. Okay, so what happens from here is that okay, it is going, this is now again prophase 2. Okay, each cell on its own is going to undergo metaphase 2. What happens at metaphase? Again in metaphase, the cells, the chromosome will come to lie at the equatorial plate. Since there is only one chromosome, the one chromosome gets bound to the spindle fibers, and now when this cell enters the anaphase, the sister chromatids are going to get separated. So essentially what we are saying is meiosis 2 is exactly like your mitosis. Okay, all the events that happen in your meiosis 2 are essentially similar to what you see in mitosis. Okay, so these are your two daughter cells. this is your entering into anaphase 2. From anaphase 2, we will go into telophase 2. And in telophase, basically now these two cells will get further divided and you will produce two daughter cells from each cell. So total you have now 4 daughter cells. Okay. So what happened here? Here essentially you are separating the sister chromatids and now you are producing 1, 2, 3, 4 daughter cells. The 4 daughter cells have, if you were to compare with your original parent, they have half the number of chromosome as well as half the number of chromatids. Okay, so you are halving the amount of chromosome in your meiosis 2. So this is your meiosis 2 and this is your meiosis 1. Events in meiosis 2 are exactly same as that happen in mitosis. You are separating sister chromatids, okay, in your meiosis 2. Events that happen in meiosis 1 are the ones that make meiosis different from mitosis. There are unique events that occur during meiosis. Your homologous pair of chromosomes get separated. You get halving of the amount of chromosome in your meiosis 1. So meiosis 1 is really the one that makes entire meiosis very different from mitotic cell division. Okay, now we are going to take a look at the events that happen during only meiosis 1. So we are now going to focus only on meiosis 1.